I fell in love with this dress when it came across my Pinterest feed, and wouldn't you know, I found a pattern for it. Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. I have this beautiful gingham check. It's a brown and white, which is not as easy to find, but it's a brown and white 1/4 inch gingham check fabric. It is cotton. I picked it up at DFW Fabrics here in Dallas. I think it cost me about $5 a yard. But I wanted to give it a little bit more of a vintage look. I didn't want it to be stark white. So we're going to tea dye it. I'm starting with a pretty large pot on the stove, which I'm going to bring the water to a boil. I've got 48 black tea bags and some salt. And I'm just pouring in the salt. I'm not measuring it, but this is going to help the dye to stick. And then I have my fabric, which I have wet, just to make it a little bit easier, get any of the original sizing or whatever out of it. But you want to bring the water to a boil, and then once the water boils, you can throw in your tea bags. You want to let your tea bags steep for about 15 minutes or so, just to get a really dark stain. And you can leave them in longer if you want. But after 15 minutes, I took my tea bags out and turned the heat off. And then I threw my fabric in. Now, the length of time that you keep your fabric in is up to you. Obviously, the longer you keep it in, the darker it's going to get. And you want to make sure that you're using natural fibers like cotton, linen, things like that. But I left mine in for about an hour. And then took it out. You can always test it on like a paper towel or something like that. But after about an hour, I took my fabric out and washed it like normal. All right, so my fabric has been finished. Once I took it out of the tea bath, then I washed it in cold water and put it in the dryer and then gave it a quick press. And I know the color differences may not look as stark on camera, but this is the original fabric. It's dark brown and white. And then this is the fabric that I've tea dyed. It's basically dark brown and like tan. And I don't know if in the light you can really see, but there is a definite difference to it. This one now looks very kind of vintage and older and stuff. It took out, I mean, obviously that stark whiteness. So now that I have it all done, I am going to start sewing my dress. I've already got it cut out, but I will sew it with, on this one, matching the dark brown color for the thread instead of the light tan, because of the fact that the more this is washed, it will lose its color. It's not like a forever permanent dye. Now you can make it that way, but to tea dye it like I did, it's not a forever permanent thing. So that even washing it on cold and things like that, over time it will fade. And so because of that, I don't want then the thread color to look different than the tan because it fades. So if I do it with the same color of brown, it'll work just fine. And the good thing is that once the dress is made, if it does fade over time, I can always re-tea dye it and just do the same process and dump the whole dress in there. So for this pattern, for this dress that I'm doing, I picked up this pattern on Etsy. It's the first time I've ever done anything by this author or this pattern designer.
But I really like the way it looks kind of with this kind of curved silhouette for the skirt, and then it's got the shirring here at the top, and she actually has it made in a plaid here, and I'll put a picture up on the screen, but I never print anything in color, so it kind of loses something here. But it's called the Margot dress, and I'll link it below. And it looks pretty easy to make. I read through all of the instructions on how to do it. Seems pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. So I will make this up, see how it turns out, and then show you the finished dress. All right, so I have my dress made. Took me about 4 hours or so to sew it up, and that was with, you know, break to let the dogs in and eat something and stuff like that. Overall, I really like the way it turned out. There are a few things I probably will do differently when I make it again. The first thing is the pattern called, or the instructions called for you to do the shirring on the front and then the back and then sew the side seams together. I probably next time will sew the side seams together and then do the shirring. That way there's not so many loose ends. And I can go all the way around and then knot them off instead of having loose ends on all sides. The other thing I will say is I did find the straps a little bit confusing. I did have to go to her YouTube channel on the tutorial on how to make the dress to actually see how she did them. Up here at the top, how they actually went together, and then the elastic that goes through them and everything. So that I thought was a little bit confusing, but that may be just me and the way I learn. And one other thing I will say is if you're going to make the dress, before you sew the straps down in the back, make sure you do try that on. And I would also try it on before you secure the elastic. I didn't have a problem with the elastic in the front here, but the elastic in the back, I have a very small upper back, and so I actually had to decrease the elastic by about 2 inches so that it fit me a little bit better. And then I did have to shorten the straps by about, I think one was about 2 inches and one was about 1 inch before it fit me correctly. But other than that, I really like the way it looks, and turns out this is going to be really a nice dress to wear during the summer, and I can even wear it with a cute little jacket or a cardigan over it, something like that, and really even into the fall with a little sweater or something. So, and then as I wash, you know, the dress, if it fades and I want to do a tea dye again, I can just do it the same way and put the whole dress in the tea dye and dye it up again. So let's do some pictures of it on.
So obviously it needs a good press, but I love the way it comes out. It fits me wonderful, and I cannot wait to make another one. So I hope this inspires y'all, and happy sewing.